Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. The action tonight will be happening out in Dallas, where the Mavericks will be going up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Checking out the Clippers, they need some wins to start adding up here in a hurry. More or less half the season behind us, and they are still struggling to prove they can contend. Got a couple of minutes here before tip-off. Let's talk about the best of the best. The category this time around, ball handling. Kenny, who's got the best handle?
The best handle in the league right now? Oh, easily. Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry.
Well,
I'm going Kyrie number one, Steph Curry number 1A. Because
That's my alarm,
I
Ernie.
say this, Steph Curry has to use his handle to get his shot, but Kyrie uses it all the time to get everywhere on the floor.
It's Steph Curry, Jamal Crawford,
Ooh.
then Chris
Nice.
Paul,
Yes.
maybe a little Rondo, maybe Tony Parker, Derrick Rose, and my sleeper coming off the bench, Orlando, my neighbor, Elfrid Payton.
Kevin Harlan, take it away.
And I'm at it again. There go that flow, bringing tragedy.
We're here in Big D, Dallas, Texas, and outside a lovely look at downtown Dallas, bright as can be, sparkling. We have the Clippers as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan.
Boys, nice line.
Looking back at the last matchup between these two teams, it was the Clippers who were unable to get it done against the Mavericks.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with the road win.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Cannon out there with Crawford. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock, too.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Cannon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Picked by Griffin. Cannon dishes to Crawford. Knocks down the three ball. Crawford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
Now here's Matthews. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota. And he gets it to go. Nowitzki's got his first bucket in this one. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Cleveland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Snatched away. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. There's Cannon with the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Mason for three. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
A nice shot by Griffin.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Pachulia. Pass to Nowitzki. Mason kicks to Nowitzki. And another basket for Dallas.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Cannon, the pass to Griffin. Griffin draws the double. Stolen by Mason. Now the pass to Matthews. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Clippers with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Here's Cannon, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Griffin. Wright comes in for Johnson. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Isaiah Cannon. Los Angeles with another miss. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at them.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Rivers. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Williams dishes to Powell. And Matthews kicks to Mason. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Matthews goes in. The kick out to Williams. Jordan with the rebound.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Matthews. So the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Pachulia, he's checked in for Parsons. Anderson comes in for O.J. Mayo. Wesley Matthews checked in for Williams. And it's Mason in for J.J. Barea. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Johnson comes in for Wright. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Cannon in for Austin Rivers. Mason, he's in at the point. Anderson is out there with Powell. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Matthews in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves played just phenomenally. He finished with 19 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. This was a big win for him and his team as they snap a losing streak with that win, guys.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Cannon from long range. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Cannon's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Clippers. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Feeds it to Anderson. And here is Mason. Turned in an outstanding game against Minnesota. Shot clock at 3. Leans. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And Mason drops them both.
It's been a good night for Freak. He's got 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Cannon can't hit. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against Minnesota.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Rarely do you see a team shoot like that from everybody. I mean, they were getting scoring from every position all over the court.
Here's Johnson. After Wesley Matthews scored, Johnson kicks to Smith. No one near him. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Anderson. In the corner, it's Freak. Dallas moving it around. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Pachulia. And that's now 10 points for Wesley Matthews. The Clippers trail. In the corner, it's Crawford. It's rebounded by Dallas. Matthews has got his third rebound tonight. 1:25 left to play in the first half. Now the dish to Mason. From outside the arc, another three for Dallas.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
They double in with Freak on the wing. Johnson. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Williams, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And then for the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Smith. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Austin Rivers in for Isaiah Cannon. Now here's Rivers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Griffin against Anderson. Pachulia the pass to Mason. Good. And now a 6-point Maverick lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Anderson. And the wide open shot from Redick. And again, it's the Clippers missing. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson kicks to Mason. And that one goes long. Clippers trail by 6.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Here's Griffin. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They